everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Dark Art Society podcast. I'm your host, Chet, and today I have an interview with Stanislav Krawczyk. I believe that's how you say his last name. I've known this guy for years, and I still can't figure out how to say his last name. Stan Dark Art, you may know him from Instagram and online and stuff. He's a great artist, Ukrainian artist who made it out of Ukraine just in the nick of time as the war was starting. Crazy story. Very talented, very visceral artwork. Really smart guy. And he came on to promote his Patreon and his GoFundMe, which are in the description, the podcast description, because he's getting evicted from his home. And if you don't know, he's got cerebral palsy. He's got one of his eyes is kind of messed up. And so he's got a tough life, and he's just needing some financial help now. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to have him back on the show. It's been years since he's been on. And ask the dark art community to pitch in whatever you can to help him out. So that's coming up. I had a great talk with him. What's going on with me? I'm working on this painting for a group show at I'm blanking on the gallery. Oh, sorry. I'll talk about it as the time gets near. It's not for a month or two. It's on the tip of my tongue. God, I can't think of it. I can see it almost in my mind. All right. Well, I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm working on this painting, and that's it. Just the usual, everything. Nothing's changed. Still almost done with my commissions. Only have like 3 or 4 left, which is great. So I'm actually getting out of this hole and just, trying to make a living as an artist. If you want to support the podcast, you can go to patreon.com/Dark Art Society, join for as little as $1. And if you join at the $5 and above level, you get a 30% discount code, 30% for human skulls for Skull Shop, SKUSHOPPE.com. Their skulls are amazing. I always rave about their skulls. And if you want to support what I'm doing, you can go to patreon.com/ChetZar and join also for as little as $1. And also Stan's Patreon is Stanislav Art, patreon.com/Stanislav Art. And if you have an account for the Dark Art Society, if you support us on Patreon, maybe you can, subscribe to him at least for a short amount of time. Any amount helps. His GoFundMe is help Stan find a new home to cover disability costs. So if you do Stan Dark Art GoFundMe, I think that comes up. But like I said, I'll have the link in the description. And that's it. Nothing else going on here. Okay, let's get on with it. Here is my interview with Stan. Hope you enjoy it. Hello, Stan.
Yeah, I'm here.
Long time no see.
Well, yeah, after 10 years, I'm back again.
It hasn't been that long, has it? No. Podcast's only like 6 years old, so it has to be, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years or something.
I think it's more longer. Well, I don't know.
I don't know. It's only 6 years old, I think.
We live in Los Angeles like for forever. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, right.
All the same, never change. Everybody want money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it's the way of the world.
Yeah, everybody less have a cash. And right now we have a Trump, so it's more fun.
Yeah.
yeah. It's like more fun. And I just want personally to say thank you to everybody who voted for him and made our life more bright and more colorful, so we know how live fun just without all this. Yeah,
this is sarcasm for those of you who don't know Stan. This is sarcasm.
Life's begin from double price, full price up. So we're happy, and yeah, after his presidency, we will be homeless, everybody, and each of you will sell our art. So yeah, if somebody wants something from me, you can call him. Yeah.
Well, so it's been a while. How have you been? How's your mother?
My mom okay.
I haven't talked to her in a long time.
My mom okay. Yeah. Well,
Your
well,
mom's great. I love your mom. She's so cool.
when people ask me about why you so sad and why you, well, I would tell you, well, I'm always sad that it's better that in Ukraine. So it's
Right.
you can like ignore that the world when we live just upside down, and every day it's like I remember that I will watch some TV news and I live in this kind of box with news, and right now I even can't focus, so I'm not watch TV anymore. So I
Yeah, I
just
know.
can't. I can. Yeah, every day it's like and it's like complete disaster. You just can on your laptop, and China fight with America, America fight with someone, and somebody want to be a part of Canada.
Yeah,
Canada, yes, it's
I know a lot of people,
yeah,
myself included, who are just like not glued to the news like we were before this all happened, because it's too overwhelming and you need to take a break and get away from it. Regarding
it's like
I was going to say regarding Ukraine, do you remember when you used to tell me that there was Russian agents on Instagram, and I didn't believe you, and I said you're being paranoid, and you're like,
yeah.
no, they're on there, and then it turned out you were totally right. I was totally wrong, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. That was crazy. You were the first.
Right now,
you were the first person to tell me that. You were the first person to tell me that.
Yeah, and Russians right now is everywhere. You can buy American phone and Google it, and see the Russians everywhere right now. They just play with teenagers and
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when you told me. It seemed like, how could they be doing that? And you were right.
It's like
came out in the news.
Well, we live in a world when Qatar can buy for Trump a plane, and he will very happy.
Yeah, right.
So we live in Simpson world. We live in cartoons. We live in cartoons every day. We live in unstoppable Springfield.
And it's not only that, it's also kind of like dark art world. It's time for dark art. Dark art is the most appropriate artwork for the times we live in, I believe. This is kind of our moment in a way. It's like, as far as reflecting the way the world is.
Yeah. We just draw our scary pictures, and then they become a reality.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's not fictional anymore.
Right.
Because the world we live, and most of this scary part, it's so fun, it's so funny, it's like comedy. We're not living in a tragedy, we live in a comedy.
Yeah, right.
Because it's like we live
it's so far outside of normality that you just gotta kind of laugh at it sometimes.
We live in a soap opera. It's like all the time. It's like unstoppable machine.
Yeah.
And when it's like if like Chat GPT will rule us, or just different robots around, will be better, because people don't want to communicate with themselves. They want live in different world.
Yeah.
And this is a scary part. And
one of the scary parts. There's many scary parts.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you got out of Ukraine. You ever think about that?
Yeah.
If you wouldn't have got out when you did?
Because yeah, I always think about it. Let me be clear. I'm never was against people. I'm always was against every form of government, and I
Right.
always support, people ability to, protect themselves and be. So I never was a Russian fan. I never was Russia, and I was only about people. And you know, when we live here in America, I just want message to everybody: never love your president or your government is not a woman. You just need to be more specifically about condition. Why you need to don't love anyone. Just
Right. That's it. This is the thing about politics. I heard it explained to me in this way that made sense. It's like your vote is just a lever to make to show. It's just to show you find the thing that's gonna you elect the political official that is most likely able to be pushed into doing things the way you think is best. That's how
yeah,
everyone should vote. Because you don't need to be buddies with this person. You don't need to love them. You don't need to like them. What you need is is to find the candidate available out of the two choices that is most likely going to be able to be pressured into doing things that you think are right for the country. And that's
they,
it. You don't have to
they
like them. You don't have to, want to have a beer with them or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. They need to manage stuff. It's like
Right.
it's not erotic movie when you love somebody. It's
Right.
like they just they just play this game where bad guys or where good guys. There's no bad or good. They just need to manage stuff.
Right.
And yeah, I was from society where we live like in ridiculous world where we need to love someone and nobody will ever respect your ability to create your own. So you're like no personality, and this is still is a big deal because no personality right now. For example, in Russia, people don't get anything. They can look at YouTube, they can look at Spotify, they can upload any program, they can buy a laptop or just a phone. It's like it was always like that.
Right.
It was always like that. Dictatorship just up. It will big problem for everybody. But right now, I believe it's like everywhere. We
Yeah.
we face it everywhere.
I
It's
know.
from Europe to America. Everybody. I was completely scared about J.D. Vance, and it's like it was so scary and all this world upside down. So when I take a look at the TV, I ask myself, do I can buy a ticket and go New Zealand or Australia? Maybe it's far away from like it's like an island. Maybe they didn't get me in Ireland or something. It's a joke, yeah.
Right.
Because in my position, nowhere to run. So
Right.
I just made my first and last jump in my life. But it's so terrible when you just run constantly run.
Yeah.
And it's like for me, for disabled person that in my place don't recognize as a human being, and here you need to fight every day for your life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why my because of this unstoppable stress, my condition was very bad, and I was like in a fog. For example, why I'm not promoted Patreon, why I'm not doing this or that, is because of pain. My left arm just not work normally, and it's like because of all this I was because the shocking news about my situation was that they double check my pension,
Ah.
so they double check my disability. And because I believe it's a change administration, and different people rewatch my stuff, and it's like and eviction with my apartment. So I tried to find new apartment and collect as much money as possible. And yeah. And
Yeah.
before that, I just made bunch of different blood tests, because to get green card, I need to have all this blood test, injection and stuff. And I was like completely shocked, because of I have like 10 or something injection, different tests, and I was in the middle of marriage, not working, because I just was in bad condition. And after that, I lose time, and of course I lose money, because not have opportunity to do something. And of course, I try somehow escape this, and I take my lessons, I take my life lessons, and I don't want repeat again. I want, work for Patreon, work for different stuff to get money in the future, because my GoFundMe like will end, and what next? And yeah, I always, I believe in a contract with labels, with music labels, and they never, never pay in time. Bands maybe can pay in time, but labels never. And right now with all this, they create covers using computers and all this, and it was a disaster. It's very complicated to sell covers, because label consider to create covers for themselves without any attention to the artist, and not pay to artist, and this is a big problem for me.
Yeah.
So and especially musicians and bands like kids, if you show them like different candy, they immediately use it.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a big plug. It's a big problem for every artist.
So what was this your main source of income, was doing album covers and
yes, this is was, and right now it's like, and it's and of course my disability bills. It's like they give me some kind of surviving, but I spend all this cash that I have on rent, and rent double price. So
yeah, right.
And
so what? Just so people, it's been so long since you've been on. We should mention for people who don't know you, because there's a lot of new listeners now.
Yeah.
Stan's an artist from Ukraine. He came over here, finally got out of Ukraine, and kind of right before the war started. Pretty, not that long before the war started. And now he's in LA. And what is your disability called? What is it technically? Your disability? It's
cerebral palsy.
Yeah, it's cerebral palsy. It's okay. So Stan's got cerebral palsy. He's in a lot of pain all the time, correct?
Yeah, and I have 4 surgeries. So before I was in a hospital. By the way, I believe that hospital in Kharkiv is the second capital of Ukraine, and I believe that's hospital where I was completely destroyed.
So really?
Yes, he's not exist anymore.
Damn.
And yeah, this was it's so tragic. I just even afraid to look at. Because I was there part of my life. It's like I spent there maybe like 10 years or something. So the 4 surgeries from time to time was there. So I completely, my legs was from the birth was like from different angle, not properly. And to walk somehow, it needs to be fixed, change position of the legs. That's why it was experimental operation.
Okay.
So not everybody can get it. And for me, it was like a challenge. And it was my main plan somehow to make this surgery, have opportunity to walk in. Mm-hmm. And after the surgery, I immediately go to United States.
Yeah.
It was my main plan.
Right.
From intensive care after surgery, I text to you. I call to Steve One, special effect master, call me and
Oh, Steve
never,
Wang.
never. He never. He was completely shocked that I met with him after years, and it was some convention. And I tell him, you know who I am? And no, who are you? It is that guy that you called me in hospital, and it was like 10 years, maybe more. It's like
Wow.
I was just a fan, and my mom buy me a phone, so it was my, I stood English there, so I was surrounded by books. I was surrounded with drawings. So I want the second my goal was to finish art school. I was in art school, and I spent in art school 10 years or something, and I was in the middle of finish of art school. So I was surrounded by English books because I want to speak, and it was my main motivation, because in Ukraine nobody will ever talk to me, and people not communicate right. It's different right now. They support disabled people, especially victim of war, and I try to, made something in this direction. But but I never be a part. I was so different. I never be a part of Ukrainian society, in every society. So I become American before all this, because we live in a different world. For us, for you and me, Rick Baker more closely than the world of Rick Baker or the world of Del Toro, the more closely than all this. I never was so much in this. Maybe somehow it will protect me from all this nightmare around. Right. Because I was VHS player. It was my friend.
Right.
And I believe some kind of Hellboy documentary. I saw you. Then I was surrounded with Giger documentaries, and how I. After surgery, it was unbelievable. After leg surgery, I have an eye problem. So I have.
Right. Yeah, that's the other thing, is you have eye problems.
Yeah, I have, I blind one eye. So I didn't see anything. And after, somebody will call me and told me, Giger Museum have anniversary, and I asked where is this, and it in Switzerland, and I was. It was a crazy time when I was just remove my bandages on legs. Then after 5 days, I go to surgery and made my second surgery on eye. And then somehow I forced myself to visit Switzerland.
Yeah.
And I saw Giger for the last time. I never know. I don't understand this.
Right.
So I saw him. And I even have a little part of myself in that card documentary about Giger.
Oh, that's right. You're in the Giger documentary. I forgot about that.
Yes, I signed. He signed.
That's so cool.
And I believe he recognized me, understand who I am, and people told him, but he was super ill after the stroke. He not
right. Yeah, he was kind of fucked up.
He can sign all this, and after this, I just I moved here. It was big stress. It was I moved second time to Los Angeles when war started, and I was and I was completely scary that the plane the Russians will destroy planes.
Right. Yeah.
So and I was running to I don't remember. I believe not even it was Poland or something. So I'm not flying from Ukraine. I just crossed the border, and I believe maybe we can fly from different place. I don't know. Right. I don't remember. I believe it was Netherlands. So our city where I was already was surrounded by Russians.
Wow.
So yeah.
So you just barely made it out in time.
Yes, and it
crazy.
It was.
You must have been That must have been so scary.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine that kind
yeah,
of terror.
the Thomas Nigayan
Hmm.
who helped me very much creating my book, read about that
Oh,
in my
Thomas Nagovian did your
yes,
book? Oh, I didn't
yeah,
realize
and
that.
he just text about that in the book little bit. So how many scared stuff I was, and
Right.
little bit. It's not just I believe soon I need to read somehow my biography
Right. Oh, yeah.
because art book it's more small part.
You need a yeah, you need a biography.
Yeah,
Someone needs to write
yeah,
a biography about
yeah,
you.
and it was part of my life. It's a very crazy part of my life because when I uh, off the light in my house, internet not working. So I realized we was on the boxes, we was with all this with our clothes, with our little stuff, and I realized that they just shut down everything.
Wow.
Right now in my city, it's very close to the border, no light.
Where did you live? What city?
It's called Nikolaev. It's near Odessa. Odessa right now completely destroyed. It's
Oh,
like
wow.
Odessa. It's like Ukrainian San Francisco or something like that.
Right.
It's like the slowly step by step destroying by Russia. It's like yeah, no gas, no water, again no light, no electricity. So the cities around was completely shut down, and I was like, it was imagine that after surgery, after two surgery, after Switzerland, I back to Switzerland, from the Switzerland, and I see all this nightmare.
Oh my God.
And yeah,
Crazy.
and somehow I tell my parents, that tell my dad that if I stay here, that I will die. It will be very fast. I will die without condition because for example, so what kind of disaster it was. My dad, it's construction. He have construction building company,
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of big guy from his city, but we don't, we cannot not communicate, and he not, recognize me as a human being. We have a very very bad and hectic relationship.
Yeah, I remember.
I never speak with him. So he kind of same tough guy as a Trump. So he just
Oh, wow.
some kind of MAGA. If he was there, it will be the same. Like, yeah, all this aggressive stuff, and and I visit his office, and we live in his house. Mom was divorced, and I told him, that all your precious windows in our home destroyed because Russian troops you know, starting destroy city, and it was like earthquake everywhere. So all windows was destroyed, and somehow he give me less time. This not big of money, and that how I survive.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It
Yeah, you know
was
what? I do remember Tom. I've totally forgot Thomas
yeah
produced your book because I wrote a
yeah
afterword for it,
yeah
right?
yeah
That's yeah. I don't know why that's been so long. I forgot about that.
yeah. It's like I believe it's the brain of the people don't want to be involved in this nightmare. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's like so scary. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, I communicate with disabled people from Ukraine, victim
Oh,
of war, and their story much, much, much worse and terrible.
I bet. Who do
For
you know? Who do you know? Who do you know?
I communicate right now with my new model is Irina.
Oh, right.
It's the model from Playboy,
Uh huh.
and they was they was the face was destroyed because of the Russians.
Oh
They
my
tried to
God.
escape with kids, and this Elena was a Playboy model, and Playboy even created a cover. And I
Wow.
surrounded with all these brave people.
Yeah.
And right now they live in complete nightmare.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
just want to tell you that you know, maybe you don't remember, but I called you when they should start all this. And I just, call you when I was in Ukraine, and then I say goodbye because, it's just chat or calling. I believe chat, and you don't understand. I just like, and you told me, listen to me. You need to hold yourself, and you will be here in Santa Monica. We have a show, we'll have a show.
Oh, right, right.
And you tell me about the show, and I was so far away from this conditioned show in Santa Monica,
Right.
because I was somehow internet works but no light, and I
Huh.
sit with all this, with in complete dark. And
Wow.
like my life is unstoppable circle. So I'm from one condition to stress to different condition of stress.
Right.
It's like I'm always was like, if somebody will tell me that, I always collect stuff like, heavy metal magazines, horror magazines, special effects, but it was super expensive in Ukraine. But my mom was like, like magic, and they just somehow
Yeah.
bring me all this stuff. And yeah, all these magazines. And if somebody told me that I will be part of heavy metal, and I don't believe it. As a playboy Ukrainian, I'm kind of part of this too.
Right.
But right now, uh, all this all these situations around me, like, I'm completely tired after 10 years
I
of
bet. Yeah.
of this running and negativity. uh, you know uh, I need more and more cash, and
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was it was big. And I tell all my fans that maybe $5 or $2 is not a big one for you, but for me it's a matter of life, because I
Right.
want, if I can get uh, from Patreon, like, even not much money, like 100 or more bucks, I will somehow fix my situation a little bit. So I need it.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of the impetus for having you on the show again, which is an excuse to have you on the show again. But
Mm.
you've got a. Is your GoFundMe still up?
Yes, it's still.
Well, so we'll put the links. The links will be in the description. But if you search like Stan Dark Art, will it come up on
Yeah,
GoFundMe?
yeah.
And
It will be everywhere.
yeah,
I'm everywhere.
and anybody listening, if you can just whatever you can do, Stan needs your help. I mean, this is what the dark art community is all about. We
Yeah,
help each
yeah,
other when some of our brothers or sisters are having
yeah,
trouble. So,
yeah. I mean, I was like, I believe in all this, but yeah, in the future I will have more expenses, I believe,
yeah, oh,
because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because it will go for me, and I need more, because it's
Did you
not.
find a new place?
We work on that, but it's very hard, I believe.
You're still in the old place?
Yeah, I still in old place, but I need to somehow, you know move from this apartment, because I'm just evicted. And
Yeah,
every
right.
day,
Yeah,
and
that was
every
the GoFundMe is because Stan's getting evicted from his apartment. So,
yeah, and nobody care about my disability. Nobody care about how hard. And so it's always like, it's like Ukrainian story part 2. So
right.
so yeah, in American, with American little touch brushes.
Right.
So I just want to thank you to everybody from Trump administration to supporting disabled people. Yeah, because it's a yeah.
So okay, the other thing is that I don't want to forget to mention it too is, and I'll put it in the description of the podcast. But you got a Patreon now.
Yeah, I have, and I have like when I'm surrounded with boxes. And I can calculate how many drawings I have.
Oh,
And
you probably have a lot of drawings.
and I have like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands.
I know how much you draw.
Yeah, because I completely afraid that every day for me like a less day, so I draw every day.
Right.
And I ask myself how I can somehow get much money as possible. So I become with this idea. I have a sketch from Forgotten Box. It's like a $10 subscription, and everybody can get randomly from this box a sketch for yourself.
Oh, that's awesome.
A sketch for yourself, and it can be from very expensive, like charcoal pencil art from the past, or it can be new art, or it can be
That's like just for $10. You get a free drawing a month.
Yes,
that's amazing.
And everybody can get it because I have boxes and boxes and boxes. So I can, and everybody can get it. And
that's great.
And of course, when people buy a book, I put original sketch all the time. And I believe if I will have from this $10 subscription something I can fix my situation in the future, because my condition is not the best, and I need a car. I don't have a car.
Right.
If I have a car, I already on a corporate show with Rick Baker, but right now I can spend my money to Uber or something. Every penny is cost, and I don't know how all the story with disability bills will go on, because to manage all this I need to pay to lawyers, because lawyers it's a super expensive. It's like, and without lawyers never even here to up the ass and do something. So they just I try to do something myself, but it's slow. It's like
complicated too.
It's slow motion. If I right now and administration is changed, and right now I will tell everybody, young kids, when you consider to vote and administration is changed, it's not a joke. It's a really big pain in the ass. Because that's why they just tough guys, they just cowboys, everybody, they just love to fight right now. So this is the main deal. They don't want to support anyone. They just want to be like Putin right now. It's like we like that. We cool guys from Russia. But California is not like that. California is a little bit different.
I know. I mean, as far as being in the United States, you're in one of the best states to be in for someone with a disability like you are. It's expensive though. It's the only problem. But aside from being expensive, at least I don't know.
Of course, I remember my disability bill in Ukraine was like $50, and right now it's $50. Yeah.
Oh.
So and everything in Ukraine expensive. You have $50, and for $50 you can buy a bread. That's all. So you can eat only bread. And it's like corrupt state, very corrupt.
Yeah.
It's like you can be with $100 in your pocket. It's a crime. You need eat bread, drink milk, and it's terrible. It's like depression and terrible. So my maybe I even have an American flag here. So I'm happy become American very much.
Mm-hmm.
It was like America create me from different side. It can be bad or good, but America create me. They teach me. They completely change. They completely change me.
American movies too.
Yeah, Yes. So yeah, maybe maybe Guillermo del Toro don't see us, but he for me more than everybody.
Right.
It's like yeah, it's like yeah. I'm a I'm a crazy for myself right now. It's like every every penny it's cost, and Netflix is expensive, but I can delete because I have a cabinet of curiosities with the Torah.
Right.
So I don't want I just I'm insane. I'm insane. Yeah, I have a big problem with all this. Yeah, I surrounded with horror films, and right now I'm so scared about all this eviction and all
Yeah.
this. So I can um, rewatch my horror films. Right now, I'm completely scared from them. I can watch Smile. Do you look this film, Smile? Do you see this film?
Oh yeah, I've seen Smile. Yeah.
It's completely disaster for me. I just completely started crying or scream ah. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I create all this. Somebody asked me how you create these scary pictures. I don't know. My demons works, not me. It's
Yeah.
like yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
you're a natural for sure. Well, you're a
yeah,
natural when it comes to that. Yeah, I love your work. I've always been a big fan of your work, and probably I've always felt like your stuff is the scariest artwork I've ever seen. Is
not
your stuff?
not imitate dark art, but dark art itself. I know.
Yes, it's like
I know. Yeah,
It's the real shit. It's
because so many and especially when you become older and you ask yourself, well, how I create another one scary picture,
right.
and it's like Unstoppable Halloween, or we just play with this one or with this one. But yeah, when you it's like I'm so many time in my life see horrors,
Yeah.
so it's like imprint in me. It's like
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
it's like you know especially all these hospitals. When I was in hospital, you can imagine this kids around. It was like experimental
Right.
hospital, and many of them was without parents.
Oh my
So
god.
disabled kids without parents. So then the parents left them, and somehow everybody have all this. And I was like, when I visit this hospital, I was only one person that have VHS player there, TV, and I believe something more. So of course, these kids first time in their life saw this, and
Oh wow.
they completely forget about me. They just
Right.
take a look at the TV. So I was like intensive care, and I even they disturb me out of the sleep and you know ask me how this button work. Can I? Yes. So I was what, and I just you put this button and this button. I was and
Yeah.
yeah, so it was complete stress. From this part, I they asked me what is this film, and I showed them Hellraiser in hospital for kids with disabilities. So I
Oh wow.
was yeah, I was there from this beginning.
Did a lot of these kids enjoy the horror movies?
They was interesting, and they was more interesting than scary than all this. But this is the first time they never and most of this my VHS tapes was on only English, and they asked me about what's all about, and well, it's about bugs, blah blah
I
blah. It's
see.
about so this was interesting. I was like, I always was a strange guy
Yeah.
with all these books around me. It's like, for example, well, I don't know German, and then I never read German, but to uh, draw better, I always have good um, books from German artists, yeah,
Hmm.
technical books, technical sketch. So I was always like unique and different. It's like always like I'm always was like from different planet.
Yeah. How did you learn English?
Um, I don't know.
You don't
I
know?
really don't know. It's like
You didn't learn it in school?
no.
Wow.
It was.
Maybe
I
from
believe
watching movies.
no. I believe it was because of the shock. Society that never trust me, never recognize me, and maybe somehow it was a power to escape. Like the different reality. It's like my teacher of drawing was a good teacher. Maybe he was a bad person because he never understand dark art, but he have a technical skills.
Mm-hmm.
And we are working on colors. We're working on colors, and he repeatedly asking how I see the color palette, how
Mm-hmm.
I create the color palette. And I tell him, you know what? I never look at the pictures like normal person in colors. So I don't have a color palette like red, white, or something. In composition, maybe I saw colors in life,
Mm-hmm.
but when I create picture, I can only create reflex of color.
Hmm.
So like from white to black, from gray to dark, it's like ping pong
Right.
from color to color. So I don't know how my brain works.
Hmm.
It's like spontaneously, and I even can remember when I create the colors palette, I can remember previous color that I use.
Hmm.
So I can create.
I haven't seen you do a lot of color stuff.
Right now, I'm made on Photoshop from iPad Pro from all this, but I don't like it to draw such stuff because like it's like reflex from reflex. It's like I don't like it. I like more when I plan. So why I create all this black and white stuff is because I see the different type of gray color. It's
Mm-hmm.
like not only black, but
Yeah, right.
thousand colors of different gray.
Right.
So, and I think was unique, and of course
Yeah, it's your
it's
signature style for sure. It's like you
and
can.
and I don't know how it. When I was a kid, I even can do anything. Right now, I even can read.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ask me read to, using hand, I can. My arms completely paralyzed. I can like something,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like this hand not work at all.
No,
No, they just I can
it doesn't have strength.
no,
Okay.
and here I only can use this one finger, and this one.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I rebuilt my technique. My teacher of drawing teach me how to use only my three fingers
Wow. Huh.
from the beginning. So he creates style.
Well, that is a good teacher.
Yeah, how I can skulls and all this, and add anatomy. All this he just spend hours and hours. And I ask myself how he and why he why he just, and I realized in the end he create art book how to teach sketches, how to create drawings, his specific technical approach, and he needs some person he can test his
Huh.
techniques.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's testing it on you,
Yeah.
teaching you
Yeah.
his book. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It was like I was like experiment. Yeah. It's the same, and the same about English. So it was like a stress to create something. I was in stress, and every part. Uh, Thomas Nigaivan tell me you have a unique life. You need to create your own biography book. He told me for the first time when he see me, and I was so naive. What kind of biography I can give? My life is pretty normal and it was like before. So
Yeah.
I was completely shocked and completely disoriented. So I didn't even understand how how my life it's different.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, that's a you become accustomed to it, and then you think like it's like when Mike wanted to do this documentary about me. I was like, my life is boring. It's not interesting. It's going to be a boring documentary. And then after he did it, filmed all this stuff as we were making it, I was like, my life is pretty interesting. But it's like you just get used to it, and you don't stop and think about how weird your life is, and yours especially. You definitely do you write? Do you do writing much, or would this be someone that's maybe a book that someone else would write?
Well, I have what kind of plan I have. This metal magazines have the journalists, and I have in my mind one journalist who can be my ghost. So I will, tell them
Yeah.
the story.
So
And
Thomas can do a Kickstarter for it, and then pay the writer, pay the writer, pay to get the books printed.
Yeah. So this was it will be my main plan, and it will be my biography, because is so many suffering in me. Well, right now I here, and every day I afraid if light will be electricity here,
Right.
and if I have internet, because everything can be shut down in every day, if I not find apartment. But my mom told me not to be hysterical, and so we work on this direction, and I hope tomorrow at least we'll have something, or we have. But it need to be. I think when I visit Los Angeles, my first mistake was hide my disability. Never told about, because in Ukraine, when you told about this problem, you will be outcast. You outcast anyway, but disabled people is still outside of the society world.
Right.
And I was in this belief that if you have disability, you not accepted. So right now here is a different, and I believe if people understand how the every donation for me is important, and how my disability is strong, it's not. I'm how we say, I'm not so disabled as we see like a weak, but not so. My condition is not so perfect that I don't can tell that I have disability. So my disability is a very tricky.
Right.
One day I can be normal, and other day I can like shaking and all this stuff, like pain.
Right.
I even can, So sometimes it's like a fog, and I have all these people around me, and like I don't want that people ever touch me, or right now have conversation with landlords and all these people, all this negativity. And I understand that to fix this, I need like working hard and got money from my own brand.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is super important in this direction. And I'm very happy for these 3 months when eviction started. People not turn around. They understand. They understand dark art. They understand me. They understand that I'm not, and they understand my problem.
Right.
Because I was, I was very scared if I, will be different person behind the mask. I mean, behind all this dark art.
Mm-hmm.
And not everybody, even metal community. I was so scared. I was, a show in Oslo. It will an Inferno Metal Festival, and it will big art show with all these idols with covers. And I was so completely scary. Okay, this is a metal community. This is more tough. This is people unfriendly. But no,
No, they're the
accept.
opposite. They're the opposite. Yeah, especially people on the outside, outsiders. That's what the whole metal community is made up of outsiders that understand what it's like to be an outcast, and same with dark art people.
Yeah, and I was happy, and I was okay, okay. This is but yeah, and I was like without money, so I need to move different place. I can pay this one, but so this guy go fund me for these 3 months that I can collect. Help me.
Good.
But what next? And I believe I need to pay everybody this, because I just collect and I need more.
Yeah. So what's the Patreon address? I forgot what it was. I joined it, but I forgot the. Let me see if it comes up.
Stanislav Art, I believe. I have the same bad memory as yourself.
I'll put it in the description also, but I want to say it too, just for people who are listening.
Yeah, Patreon is Stanislav Art.
Okay, Stanislav Art Patreon. So
works.
There we go. How do you pronounce your last name? I can never pronounce your last name. I always forget.
My surname. It's myself is a complicated. I even want to change it.
Krawczyk.
Yes.
Krawczyk?
Yes, it's a Polish. It's a Krawczyk, but Krawczyk.
Oh, Krawczyk.
Krawczyk and it's Ukrainian pronounce, but I have a Polish. Krawczyk is okay too.
Okay.
But never Krawczyk is Polish. Everybody, I'm a broken Polish. I was very close, and I'm still very close to Beksinski community and museums. And
really?
Yeah, they're very good people, and they always ask me, why you don't speak Polish. Well, Polish. I need to speak English. I can. I can teach another one and language. I don't have a time for this. I spent whole my life to change everything, so right. I can. Yeah, but yeah, and for all Americans, it's very complicated. So I'm Stan, and I believe when I have my American passport, I just will be like Stan Kraft or something. So I don't want to damage American brain. It's like they just it's too complicated.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Polish is a pretty complicated language.
Yeah. Oh, it's so interesting. They look like a Ukrainian, but it's not Ukrainian.
Oh, really?
It's a close, but yeah. But for example, I understand Ukrainian language, but never speak. So I understand everything, but I can speak. It's like it's like tricky. And Polish I understand, but it's like unstoppable puzzle. It's very difficult.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I got Stan Dark Art. Right?
No.
Do you have a different one?
You can check. You can check on my Instagram. They have links.
Okay. I just want to say it. I want to say the exact address. Yeah. Hold on, just so people can click on it right now if they're listening. Okay, I'm looking it up. All right, there's your GoFundMe. Patreon, Stanislav Art. Yeah, okay, you're right. I'm sorry. So it's patreon.com/Stanislav Art, everybody.
Yeah.
And go and they support if it's kind of amazing. I mean, it makes sense with how much you draw. Like, people who don't know Stan, if he ever sends you something in the mail, he puts in like 10 drawings with it. It's like anytime. He's very generous with his art. He's probably the most prolific artist I've ever seen. He has so many drawings. But it's like to be able to join at $10, even for like 6 months or something, and to get like 6 original drawings is kind of amazing. It's
yeah, it's much cheaper when you buy from England, for example. Like
right.
Or wherever. Yeah, and
it's a cool idea you're doing. That's really
yeah. And and was the cool ideas. It's always when you're in the end of the abyss, when you just, cool ideas, when everything done, and you just well, how I can get out from this.
Right.
Yeah, and I was like surrounded by my drawings everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And hold on, that I have this one, why I'm not giving to people.
Right.
Yeah,
I got one of them in a frame up on my wall. We don't have a ton of art hanging up, but yours is one of them.
Yeah,
in our house, in the hallway.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank God I have so many fans around the world.
Yeah.
They know me. They respect me. Thank you for that. And I want to tell everybody, I'm sorry that I'm very slow, because for me, even wake up today was, it's disaster.
Yeah.
And I need to go to eviction problems, so I need to visit all these people and all this disaster for me, and it will be Monday. Mondays today is all the day. So it's like, yeah, I'm complete destroyed right now. But yeah, I hope it will be finished soon, and maybe there will be another one place. And
you're looking right now?
Yeah, we're looking right now and working on papers. So all this.
When do you have to be out by?
By the end of this month.
Oh, okay. So you need it now.
Yeah. We already finished all limits time. We're already on. But what I can else to do was when it will like bomb. It's like I have zero in my pocket, and my last amount of money I sent to landlord, and for landlord it was like a less. It's not. It was a big one.
Right.
So yeah, and right now it's just let's hope. And I don't want I want got money from my books and Patreon, because for American law I can be disabled and got money. So I need to, if I want to be disabled, I need just not working at all.
Right.
I cannot work in it all, so I want to sell my art, and I want and it was a tricky, because I'm a famous artist and around the world. I can't tell what they ask me. What is this? They just this is nothing. It's just a flyer from Oslo. No, so I can't do that. I can't do like that. I can be with a gigger show in Spain. I was with the gigger stuff and tell, well, it's not me. It's different person. No, it's me. So it's like, yeah, I always not. I don't want to. I don't want to be. I know that I'm a celebrity, and I know that I'm a superstar, dark art. I know, but if you have cerebral palsy, if you have such disability, you can be. I'm a dark man.
Right.
Like all this, it's like I have so many damage.
Right.
In my body. No joke. So I never show this. Why I need to show this people? I try to hide it. Never show everybody my scars on my legs. But I just completely destroyed when I draw. That's why I can work, and and different stuff like management is so slow.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when I draw some picture, and it's very easy to forget about me, because I never call anyone and ask for my paycheck.
Right.
Because I sleep or in pain shock, something like.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I never made a video of my art, because it's need to like that or like that.
Right.
And it's just like, fuck all this. I just can't, and I have phone. I buy phone, and maybe I will have different sketches, like mixed with different one. But for me, it's a complicated. For me, so you understand, and it's see on drawings. Some days I feel so strong pain that I can't breathe.
Wow.
And after COVID, oh, we forgot about COVID. We
Oh,
forgot
COVID,
COVID.
right? Yeah.
COVID hit me so hard that
Oh,
I
did
can't.
you get COVID?
Yeah,
Oh no.
yeah. It's my nasal spray,
Yeah.
and I made every 5 hours because I can't breathe.
Still from COVID?
Yeah,
Wow.
it was the damage.
Wow, that
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah. And I never was in a hospital, but they check it's all right. I'm not die. It's okay.
Yeah.
They finally they never take from me my medical insurance. I still have medical insurance. It's okay.
Mm.
Well, I have some cash in this direction. Not many, but yeah. They tell me it's okay. You're not die. It's okay. And for this green card, they just made half of ton of injection, uh, 2 blood tests, four tests for chicken pot. It's like, yeah, I was March of the month. It was,
Yeah.
yeah. So you need to understand why I lose all these shows, why I'm not was in the public.
Right.
It's because basically I was in like in hospital, and I don't. Well, and speak honestly, I completely scare hospitals.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for me, hospitals is enough. I just spend too much
Oh,
time
yeah,
in
yeah.
this, and I
Yeah.
completely scare people. Of course, American hospitals is not. It's not like Ukrainian Silent Hill hospitals because Ukrainian and Russian hospitals. I don't know why they call them hospitals. It's more like dead end where people can die, like in Middle Ages and Dark Ages
Oh
when
my God.
everybody just left you alone and you just slowly dying.
Well, a lot of your artwork, to
It's
me,
about
it seems like it's scenes in the hospital. To me, a lot of it seems like it's, I don't know. It feels like it's in a dark, scary hospital. At least if some pieces I've seen.
yeah, and I never was, and I never understand how it was possible to so many scary. Well, for example, so you understand the tragic of my life. My father was a rich guy. He
Oh,
was a
really?
he was a rich guy, not super rich. His friends was in city council or in city government, so they was richest. But he was kind of rich
Mm-hmm.
for Ukrainian type, and I never was like in a poor position, never. But of course, my disability is not when you have such type tragedy. It's not tragedy. It's not so difference between different people,
Right.
especially this that time when no internet in Ukraine. Oh, I even was in this time when no internet in Ukraine, no Wi-Fi, only SD. We have SDMI internet. It's like a different and very slow, so no communication. And how we say all this, and but we was surrounded very poor country, and this hospital I saw really poor people, and it was they was like I was in my special uh, intensive care room,
Mm-hmm.
and they someday when I wake up after the surgeries, and all my legs was in blood, all
Yeah.
my white sheets was in blood. I
Yeah.
was completely white room
Wow.
and red and blood. I was in the horror of Dario Argento. It was my part.
Yeah, it's like it makes sense. Everything you do, everything you draw is black and white or red with some red in it,
Yeah,
and it's
and
like
I
it's very
saw, yeah,
similar to that. It
and
sounds like.
they just behind me uh, uh, will stay a guy. Uh, I believe some kind of disease, like he was a midget, and with metal still around.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a scary image, like in a picture of Goya.
Right.
And he screamed every day,
Oh my god.
and nobody will help him.
Oh my god. It sounds like a
And
nightmare.
I was with him, and my mom tried to find me where I am. I'm in intensive care. So in Ukraine, it was like a nightmare. It's a
Yeah.
pure nightmare.
Sounds like it.
And it's scary.
How old were you?
Uh, 12 or something.
Oh my god. That's terrible.
It was a beginning of college. So I finished school.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I never ability to go to school like normal kids. I was like homemade, and they bring teacher to me, but it was like a disaster. So I have all this, just I don't know, it's my dad beat my mom, so I was a victim of violence.
Jeez.
I have all this, he was completely mad and scary because of my surgeries, because he hit white that and never walk again. So this surgery will be worse, like. So before surgery I walking like a freak, but it's some kind of walking.
All
But
right.
after surgery they break all my legs, and I stopped walking at all. So I was just laying on my bed for a year.
Oh my god.
So I just, that's why I called you, and and next to you. And then somehow it was like idiotic story, because we have two different part of my house, and internet was up, and I was like an up Crowell. It was like my Everest. So it's like to text Chetzar, I need to another one challenge. So to text Chetzar to use modem, and after this story, blood was everywhere from my legs. It's like I never told anyone, and because people don't believe in me. Why somebody can create new normal Wi-Fi? But yeah, we live in Ukraine.
Right.
Yeah.
You've just, I don't know. You've. It seems like you've had such a life full of so much pain and tragedy, and you've been able to channel that directly into your artwork, and also by the force of your own mental determination, you were able to escape all of that and come to America and start a life here. It's kind of amazing. It really is. It's pretty amazing that you've been able to do this.
Yeah, I wait my green card so much. It's like they're in the process. It will be my best day in my life. I so want it. It's like my best. It's like first was, it's like when I saw in the corporate, thanks to you I have the show, and I was shaking like. And second one, I wait my green card. I so want it. I want just tell all about, especially tell people who want get me out. Here's your middle finger. I'm still here. I'm never want to back anywhere.
Yeah.
People tell me, well, go to Norway. I don't want to go anyone. I want to stay here.
Right.
All my life I was dream about this. It's not like, I'm not just a Russian. It's like a Russian people who trick. I want become a person here, and I did this. So this many of these people not deserve to be here. They just use it. But I'm 100% I can't live without it. If
Yeah.
if you cut me from that cart, I die immediately.
Right.
First of all, they just prison me because I'm completely scary. I'm completely different. I'm different from different angles. So I just it's need to be, if I was in Russia, I already was in prison immediately, like that. If
Wow.
I somehow, first
Yeah.
of all, I support Ukraine. Second one, I support Ukraine, of course, and it's a crime. I made dark art, it's a crime. I made erotica, it's a crime. I'm disabled, it's a crime.
Right.
So
Yeah. Right.
four type of crimes, and yeah, and you can, and of course you and you smart, so you're not stupid.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, you also, I mean, you showed, I know we talked about this when you came on the show before, but you showed in Ukraine, you showed your artwork and
it,
people
it
freaked out, right?
it's not was successful. It was aggression, and it still is an aggression, and they still don't understand. So it's like, made clear about Ukraine. Ukraine don't care. It's just not about like in Russia. In Russia, people care about in negative aspects. So they can prison you. They can do
Yeah.
create so much negative stuff, and Ukraine is like they don't care. So
But I remember you saying when you didn't you say you had a show there and they basically chased you out of town or chased you out of the
yeah,
gallery, or they didn't like
yeah, yeah,
they
yeah,
freaked
yeah, yeah,
out and
yeah, yeah. It was in Kiev.
Kiev in Kiev?
It was in Kiev, and it was the capital, and
Yeah.
it was a negotiation. He just, first of all, look at the contract, and this guy, the owner of the gallery, look at me and tell me we need to do something. We need to change this. So, and he just called different friends, and it was a big difference. It was a small gallery, but he was very aggressive, and he was very different kind of guy. And if my dad not was a rich guy, and if my dad not was a powerful guy in this one, I got a problem. So if I was poor and was alone and something like that, I got a problem from this guy because he was religion fanatics,
Oh, right.
and we was pretty close to the religion capital. We was in a religion district, and I was just a teenager, didn't understand all this.
Right.
The amount of dangerous, how it will be dangerous for me. So I never understand. And right now I understand that there was some soul like that from very big problem or even prison.
Right.
I don't care about if it was disabled or something. But
Wow.
he realized that my dad first, he just pay check and got a big problem from him. So, but the reason is I don't have a show. Nobody published me. Nobody showed my art, and it was like And I remember when we come back, how my dad yelled me, "You nobody! It's your art. It's like you disturb people. You're dangerous.
Oh,
see how people treat you." All this. So this was and I never believed that I can change something.
Right.
So, and I'm here, thanks to you,
Yeah.
and thanks to you.
A lot of people helped. And you I it's not like people went and just got you out of Ukraine and brought you here. It's like you really reached out. You reached out to people and asked for help. And you didn't give up until you got the hell out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really is amazing. You've got you have a power. You have a powerful mind. I feel like you have a powerful mind because you kind of created this new life for yourself to get out of a situation that you were in Ukraine is a miracle.
Because when you wake up and realize that some kind of tank just can break your wall
Right.
and made a big fucking hole in your wall. Your dreams can be destroyed like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was realized from the one and from every day that I'm in this position.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're safe. You're a national treasure.
Yeah, I want just when I will have my American passport, I will invite you.
Cool. Yeah.
On inauguration, it will be for a year. It need to wait for a year again. But what we can do?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I know what we can do in the listening audience is we could go and subscribe to your Patreon and throw a couple bucks in your GoFundMe.
Yes, please.
These things will be listed in the podcast description, but if you search...
It will finish. I need like only 12%.
Okay.
To finish this. So.
Okay, great. So the GoFundMe, if you do Stand Dark Art, GoFundMe, it comes up. I just did it, but the link will be in the body of the text. And Stanislav Art on Patreon, patreon.com/Stanislav Art. I know a lot of you who listen have a Dark Art Society Patreons. If you support this podcast, I ask that if you could support Stan's Patreon, that would be great. Since you already have an account set up, even if it's at the smallest level, it would all be Stan needs the help.
And if I can, I will back to podcast and we can, have a conversations with different artists like Paul Komoda and
definitely.
And I must go because I don't want to disturb. We already speak like hour.
Yeah. I'm just wrapping it up here. So I know it kept you for over an hour, but it's always great to talk to you, Stan. Don't hang up because I have to talk to you after I stop the recording. Thank you for coming on.
Yep.
Thank you for talking. Thank you for being you, and give a final message. Say goodbye to the audience. However you like.
I don't want to make a final message because
just for this episode, just to say goodbye.
It's like JD Vance behind my door. So it's final message, or
just say good. All I'm saying is just say goodbye to the audience. That's all.
Goodbye, everybody. Not final. I'm not done yet. Please.
Good point. Bye. Good point. All right. Bye, everybody.